Yeah, sure. So Lease Simple is the first banking app dedicated to renters. So it's all about making renting more simple and more fair for renters. So you probably know that renting has become very expensive, especially in big cities in the US. It's very competitive as well. I mean, lending an apartment today in a city like New York, for example, it's very complex, and it's for a while because with the current context and the very high interest rates, people are going to like delay the home ownership, right? So it's going to like take even more time for people to put down like a down payment, so they're going to rent for a very long period of time. So I don't know if you know this, but on average today, people are renting for 12 years, which is like already big, and it's growing. So yeah, so renting is for a while. It's complicated. It's very expensive. So we decided to like tackle this problem with a financial solution because renting is not about finance because you have to pay your rent every month. This is like by far your biggest expense. The problem is rent payments are like completely disconnected from the financial ecosystem. So when you pay your credit card or when you pay a mortgage or a car loan, your bank and all financial institutions and credit bureaus know that you paid and it's taken into account in your credit history. But when you rent, it's not the case. Like 95% of the time, nobody else except for like you and your landlord know that you paid your rent, which is like totally unfair. There is a 100-point difference on average between the credit score of a renter and the credit score of an owner. So yeah, it's about like paying your rent, a big monthly expense, connecting your rent payments to the financial ecosystem. But it's also about like saving money for your next move or for financing a down payment in the future. So your whole renting journey, it's not about finance, but today you don't have like a real solution redesigned to help you, doing all of this stuff as a renter. So that's why we are creating Lease Simple. So it's a real banking app. So people have a real bank account, and we enable 100% of renters in the US to super easily pay their rent online, to build their credit history using their rent payments, and to do like a bunch of other very cool stuff to help build, their financial health and social mobility and their future. So very short, description of what we do, but yeah, that's what we are building.